Some of Santa's secret helpers are disguising themselves as post office employees here in Cape Coral.
Say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We're adults, we still believe. I'll always believe in Santa.
Santa loved her attitude so much that he's given her the privilege of answering all of his letters that come through the Cape Coral post office.
We get Santa letters all year long. The first year I had 70 letters. Now we're up to 1,600.
Obviously, this little elf can't do all of that work by herself, so Santa appointed some more helpers to assist her.
We have had an overabundant amount of people that have offered their services on their day off and help us do this, because without those volunteers, we would never be able to do this.
Santa makes sure that his greetings are extra special. That means no one envelope is the same.
We get the embossing pads with all of our stamps. Then you put the stamp on, then you have to pour the powder on, shake it off, then blow it, because that's what gives it that raised feeling. Then we color them.
It takes about 3 weeks' time to respond to everyone, and in case you're wondering, this is all done after finishing their work at the post office.
Last week I worked 48 hours.
Yeah, between 45 and 50 hours in a 5-day week.
Then they go straight to work for Santa.
I couldn't tell you the last time I cooked.
Grab
Honestly,
something.
I couldn't tell. I mean, in the past couple weeks.
TV dinners count.
Yeah, well,
But they regain their strength as soon as they open those letters.
you never know what to expect when you open these up. A few years ago, we got a letter from Cuba. It was an older woman who had written the only thing that she wanted for Christmas that year was a sweater for her and her mother. There was nothing we could do to help.
There were some other memorable wishes that these helpers cannot fulfill.
A young man in Punta Gorda, only thing he wanted that year was for his wife to come home. She up and left with the only family car and left behind 3 children and a husband. I also received a letter from a man in prison that wanted a governor's pardon for Christmas.
While these letters let Santa know that some people are going through difficult circumstances, others were uplifting messages.
Dear Santa, this year Christmas is going to be a bit different. My dad won't be here, and there are some illnesses in my family. But I know that this Christmas will also be one of the best because of everything my mom does for my family and because of you, Santa. Each year, more and more people start to get the feeling that you're just a wonderful spirit, and I have to admit I've had some of those feelings too. But when I really think about it, it couldn't be, because every Christmas Eve I feel your presence, and I know that you're here and you're real. Santa, you make Christmas what it is today, not because of the gifts you bring, but because of the magic you put into the millions of hearts of children around the world. Santa, you put magic into my heart as well, and I don't know if I could stand it not always being there. Santa, I know this letter might not make it to the North Pole, but I still believe that you'll receive this message.
For Bonnie, reading letters like these during the past 19 years meant more than just earning brownie points from Santa.
The 23rd of December will be 20 years since my mother died. And it's really been wonderful to have this to help me through all of that. There's a lot of time and a lot of effort that goes into it, but it's all with love.
If you'd like to help these Santa's helpers, you can donate Sharpies, stamps, and embossing powder to this address. Reporting for the News Press in Cape Coral, I'm Christine Lee.